Mike's in. Does he have audio? He's connecting to audio. Now he's connected to audio. Yay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yay.
Got a headset.
Not us. I have a headset on this time.
Yay.
Try something a little different. Try to cut
Yay.
out some ambient noise.
Yes.
Does it sound better so far?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, cool. I see you're masking.
Yeah, it was in my pocket, so I put it on. Except
Nice.
I'm going to be taking it off very soon because my glasses are fogging up. Usually it doesn't happen with this mask, but it's doing it now. Oh. I got rid of my land sharks, and I've got this.
Those are good.
Yeah, I haven't had one in a while, so I figured I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, these things, you can't get these in Michigan.
Oh, that's from Andrew's Cash.
Yep.
Speaking of Andrew, I was meaning to ask you, have you taken a look at Greyhound, the Tom Hanks movie?
No.
Oh, it's on Apple TV Plus, which I
really?
assume you have access to.
I don't think I do. I don't know if he does either.
Here's Joe. But it's all about an American destroyer hunting German U-boats on the North Atlantic. And it's only 90 minutes long. There's no fat on the bone. It's just all action.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I know you guys would love it.
Okay.
And I think you should have access to Apple TV because you got a new phone, so you should have a free year.
Oh, you think it went? It's for a whole year?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right, I'll check it out.
And that's the only thing I've seen on Apple TV, and it's the only thing that has come close to being of any interest, and it's the only thing I'm recommending too. It was really good. Schmoe's frozen already.
Is Joe stuck there? What's going on?
Yeah, he joined us just to freeze.
Yeah, he messed around with his aspect ratio and then he froze.
And then we insulted him and he went away.
Yep. And he's back, maybe.
Yay. Just say one word every time you sign in, and then we'll combine it into a actual statement.
Yep, and then you can freeze, and then, oh, there he goes again.
And I am going to close.
Now I can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Barely hear you.
Barely hear you. I might go inside, but I'm right outside the door. I got strong devices.
Schmoe, you're pressing your luck because you could barely connect when you were in the same room with your modem. So being near the room.
That was with
I'm hearing like a delay, like an echo. Do you hear that?
Yep.
All right, I'll call back.
Behind the scenes. And I started watching Perry Mason on HBO.
Oh, yes. I meant to say that last time because we talked about stuff that we're watching, and I had begun watching that, and I am still watching it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I'm in, but I'm not a big fan of it. And it's just funny how Perry Mason constantly drops the F-bomb, but then when he gets older, he never says it ever again. Even in private conversations.
He's matured.
Yeah, so he dropped that word entirely from his language.
Yeah. There was something about the first episode that I didn't like. I found it like, I don't know. It seemed like it was almost lazy the way it was written. They didn't have to do things the way they did them.
They were doing
like the whole thing in the restaurant where they're sitting there watching the fat comedian guy. What was that all about? You wouldn't even need that if their idea was, why would they be in the restaurant, watching him eat, and then and if he was that big of a star, wouldn't everybody in the restaurant be like noticing him? And
well, maybe not. Maybe it's a swanky restaurant that all the Hollywood stars go to.
I don't know. Big Fat Recognizable Guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Little picky. Not talking about you, Joe.
Your audio is really low.
A big fat recognizable guy. Hey, look, it's Joe.
I'm just gonna call him. I can still hear you.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, your audio's better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your audio is way better.
Now you guys are really low. Screw this. I'm trying to leave. I can't leave.
Oh, he did it. Can you, do you hear that jet plane sound? Because the water's running.
No,
Does the mic pick it up?
No.
Yes.
Well, you got your headset on.
Yeah,
the sole reason you did that because you're
That's one of the
embarrassed
big
by your
reasons.
Plumbing.
that's right.
And you use that for work?
Yeah. In fact, yeah, I just got it like last week. I went into the office for the first time last week, and I got it from one of the tech guys.
Oh, what do you, oh, here, well, hey, I'm on, for what it's worth, the year is 2020. It's the 21st of July, and you're listening to Wasting Away on the North Coast with amigo Schmoe.
Mike,
And Mickey. Here, I'll
What are
hold
we
mine-
drinking tonight,
Yeah, I'll
guys?
hold mine up again in case.
Oh,
got my Yingling Light. Oh, twisted tea. Nice.
twisted
Yeah, it
tea.
is nice. I switched to cans. Not only am I drinking this, but it's out of a can.
I saw like a TikTok video. I forget what it was the other day, and the person was drinking twisted teas, half and half.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, raspberry twisted tea.
Yeah.
That's entirely different. That does
It
sound
is.
more TikTok, though, now that you mention it.
Yeah, yeah. They were drinking it, and oh yeah, some girl guzzled it. That's right, she guzzled the whole one, like shotgun.
Yeah, and?
I don't know why. I forget what that might be the video. I was
No, I'm
just
saying-
flipping through.
It's not like it's that hard a liquor drinking a twisted tea.
No, I know.
I know. It's drinking a tea.
Yeah, it's like drinking a can of liquid.
Liquid,
Yeah.
Lipton iced tea.
It might be easier though to drink a can of beer than tea. You know, to down it. You know.
I don't know.
Oh, it is good. It's nice and refreshing. I just went in the pool. That's what I was trying to sit out there and do the podcast out there.
But it was not to be.
No.
Well, you know what?
Technology was not on your
I didn't
side.
even think. Last time, you know what I did? I shut off Wi-Fi. It gets stuck trying to go between Wi-Fi and LTE. I should have just shut off Wi-Fi. I forgot. Oh well, that was the major problem. But anyway, I'm in. All refreshed. Took a
That's
dip.
true.
I
have to
well,
do
we have some stuff going on, kinda.
Yeah, Buffett's been showing up. Son of a gun.
He showed up. Well, on that podcast a couple podcasts
Mm-hmm.
that I saw just this week, right? Or last week, this week. The one was the Carson podcast, which I didn't know existed. Sounds like a cool podcast.
Yeah, I've been listening to it from day one, and it's been cool. Here we go. I was trying to get my notes to show up on the same screen as my Zoom window, but I totally blanked that I had Zoom full screen. So there's no way I could have both of them on the screen at the same time. And now that I've figured that out, okay, now I can pretend that we're actually doing a show.
Right.
I can act like we're.
Hey guys, how you doing? What are you drinking? What's everybody drinking?
Yeah, the Carson podcast has been around, I don't know how long, 5 years, 4 years, 6 years, something like that. And it started off really cool, but now it's getting kind of tiresome just talking about or hearing him talk about Johnny Carson all the time. So, but anyway, and he's running out of guests, but the original first couple years were really good. But
yeah, it must be cool. But I was surprised. Okay, he's doing Buffett. He must have a lot of shows to find to Buffett. I mean, you're going to do comedians and stuff like that.
And also, he's talked to a lot of people that are on the crew, so that was kind of cool because you could hear behind the scenes stuff, actual interactions with Johnny himself, as opposed to just people who show up on the show and talk to Johnny from chair to desk. You can actually hear, behind the scenes stuff about how the show's put together and celebrities that are jerks and that kind of thing.
Now,
dealing with celebrities who are jerks. But the funny.
Oh, go ahead.
the funny thing was that I think it was like the episode before, in talking to another guest, the host let on that he was trying to get in touch with Jimmy Buffett. And I'm thinking, wow, that'd be kind of cool, but why would Buffett agree to show up on this guy's podcast? And the very next week, or at least 2 weeks, I checked my podcast list and there's Jimmy Buffett, a full interview with Jimmy Buffett. So it was pretty cool the way it worked out like that.
I was just listening to it today, and in fact, I got like 18 minutes left of it, and then we're doing the call, but it's a full hour.
Yeah.
I did the dog walk. I got something quick to eat. I showered all during this podcast. I went in the pool. I mean, I still got, but what's amazing is Buffett's just talking.
And he was really energized too.
Yeah.
He sounded really happy to be talking about his first Carson appearance. And it was kind of cool.
Maybe he's really bored and he's going on these podcasts because he doesn't have time.
Mike,
Maybe we can invite him. Oh, come on.
You got to listen to this podcast. And it's during the time when I was first getting into Buffett, and you already were, so I didn't see his first time, but he was so excited to talk about his first time and other times and trying to remember because he's old and he can't remember. Wait, who was the guest? I know he's running shows together, but he was so excited. The guy couldn't even talk. And that, I think the guy was pretty good. He asked questions and just let Buffett go off.
Mm-hmm. Unlike the next interview, the other podcast interview that came out around the same time.
Exactly. What's that guy's name? That guy won't.
Jonathan Brandmeier, whose name sounds really familiar, but I can't place it. I haven't bothered.
I feel bad if we show up and we're ragging on, but Buffett didn't get to talk.
All the guy did was just can't think of the word. Just be over enthusiastic that he had Buffett on his podcast, and then never bothered to let Buffett say anything.
Huh.
There was one point where Buffett started to talk about something that was interesting, something a topic, I forget what it is, that you don't often hear. And he kind of like interrupted him and he never finished the story. Huh. It wasn't about first time on Johnny Carson, but it'd be like that, where you don't talk about the first time. You don't talk about something, Buffett brings it up, and this guy there was also something the guy said he didn't know, and I'm like, how could you not know that? I forget what it is. I listened to this some days ago.
Yeah, I've forgotten the details. All I remember was that I was just getting so irritated with the guy, just going, "We got Jimmy Buffett here. He's my favorite. I've seen him so many times, and he's great." And talking about him in the third person like he's not on the show at that same time.
That's what we would be doing, though. You realize that? Oh my God, we're talking to Jimmy Buffett here.
And then bringing up the La-Di-Da song in the background every 5 seconds. And look what I can do with my computer. I can hit play and talk to you at the same time.
Because he just learned how to do it. He told us all on the podcast that he learned how to do all the technical stuff because they have to do it all at home. Because he seems to be like a radio guy that doesn't have a job. So he has a podcast, or maybe he also has a radio show. And now he's at home and he's had to learn. He goes, I could just hit a button. I could just bring up the song. He's, even Buffett knows that. And then they couldn't connect for a while, and I know a lot of that was cut out. I guess it took a long time.
That's really amateurish of that podcast not to be able to connect, get all people to connect at the same time.
Yeah. Who would have such terrible internet that they can't connect?
What's everybody drinking today?
and then leave it in the show. I mean, my gosh.
Yeah, now that you called it back.
The other thing that we by the way, did you guys know that the last the last video chat we had, I actually made a show out of it? The outdoor one, the last one we had?
Yes, I listened to it.
I assumed
you would.
Watch
it. I didn't watch it. I listened to it like on a walk or a bike ride or something.
I was really thinking about having it be a lost show because I didn't think that we had any actual content worth sharing, but I put it together anyway and came up with a half hour. I took the 2 hours that we chatted and edited it down to 33 minutes.
You did a good job editing because I didn't know, I didn't notice really anything. And Andrew's like, it was really mostly Andrew going, "You mean I'm on the podcast?" That was one of the major moments of this podcast.
Oh, I have to apologize to Andrew because I kind of threw him under the bus just because Schmoe's joke was so funny. I left the bit in the show, but he says that Christian Bale is not British, and his dad agreed with him, and that's very wrong because Christian Bale is British.
Oh wow, I thought he was.
I heard that. Yes, he's very British.
Oh wow,
Yeah, he's British.
I thought he was faking when he had
No,
the
no,
accent.
that's not his accent. The accent in Ford versus Fairlane or whatever, Ford versus Ferrari. I knew I was gonna say. I knew I was gonna
That's an
say it
entirely
wrong.
different movie.
I knew I was gonna say
The
it wrong.
untold story. Ford versus Fairlane.
Fairlane.
Ford versus Ferrari.
A
That's
husband's
not
car
his
versus
British
wife.
accent. That's a lower class British accent.
Ah,
Christian
Yeah.
Bale's accent is quite posh.
Well, it's like it is when he's a kid in that Spielberg.
Yeah, Empire of the Sun. That's
Empire of
his accent.
Yeah.
okay. See, I always like picture him as Batman. So
That's not his voice
thought-
in Empire of the Sun. Dead luck of the skies.
oh, I'm Batman.
Anyway, but the reason I brought that up is because we were talking about CMT's premiere of the Down at the La-Di-Da video.
Yeah. Did anybody watch?
Yeah,
I was going to ask you guys.
you
I
didn't see it?
No.
It's an actual video. It's not
Oh,
the
okay.
lyric one.
Okay.
So we were wrong. That's the I wanted to bring it up to admit that we were very wrong. They
Okay.
actually put a video together, but it's not your typical music video. It's one of the COVID videos where they shoot everybody separately and then edit it together,
Okay.
like Zoom windows,
Oh,
Zoom video chat windows. And
Hmm.
when the video was hosted on CMT and the audio was out of sync, and it made everybody look like they didn't know what they were playing because they'd be hitting drums and strumming guitars and they're off, and it was just so terrible. I'm thinking, my God, who edited this? And then I saw it either on YouTube or Buffett's site, and it was much better. So I don't know what happened with the CMT version, but it did not look good. I was
Yeah, I'll
very
look it up.
embarrassed.
I'll have to check it out. I forgot. I just assumed it was going to be a lyric one, and I
Yep.
think you guys.
No, it was an actual video that got premiered. And I'm very surprised that you guys didn't know that already.
No,
You're
I was
slacking off.
Yep.
Just because you think it's summer
I
vacation.
wrote it off. I just assumed that's what it was going to be.
And so to our one viewer who is still following us, we know that we got it wrong last time. We did get it wrong. We predicted badly.
Not the first time.
Anyway, you have to listen to those podcasts, Mike. I have to finish the Carson one, but it's really cool. Now, you also sent that. I didn't look at it till today. I didn't have a chance to look at it. A little trailer for I assume
Yeah.
a documentary.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the thing
That
he posted that was on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, that was classy. That was cool. The
Yeah.
little teaser. I really like that.
Yeah, directed by his daughter. Apparently,
Yeah.
it said on there at the end. So that's cool. But that's kind of what we've been calling for years, right? The songs you don't know by heart.
Yeah. And he just starts playing Death of an Unpopular Poet, I think, right? Strumming it just a little bit as it goes away. And it was just cool. It was just a little classy little teaser. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just for people like us, really, and other parrot heads out there that understand what they're talking about. Not for Colin Jost, but for
Way to go! He's just moving it right along.
which is I really, really, really enjoyed that chapter you sent, Mickey. Was it today you sent it? I read it today.
No,
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I think.
I read it this morning. I didn't even look at the email yesterday.
Yeah, it was well written. It was fun. It was a fun read. I thought it was just the way he writes was really cool.
I gotta read this. I gotta read this book right after
I thought you said
saga
you had read
I'm
it.
reading.
I thought you said you had read it. Maybe you were just reading the chapter.
No, I said I have to. I think both Mike and I both said we have to get this book.
Oh, I think I misread have as had.
Who knows? I might have mistyped it. Who knows?
I was I was like a third of the way into the book, and then I found out that this chapter was in it. Even though it's in the chapter titles at the beginning, I didn't notice that it said anything. It had anything to do with Buffett. So it's kind of cool to find out that a couple days from now, I'm going to be reading a chapter about Jimmy Buffett. And
Oh, you waited? You didn't jump ahead, huh?
no, I didn't. I
Oh,
didn't.
good for you.
But I got the gist of it from the article. I think it was Buffett World. Oh, by the way, I have to rag on Buffett World because they called the book Jost the Facts, like a pun, Jost the Facts. Or Jost, is it Jost or Jost?
I think it's Jost.
Jost the Facts. I'm not used to just saying his last name. But the thing is, the article that they quoted said, this book should have been called Jost the Facts, but it's actually called A Very Punchable Face. And when they quoted the article, they copied the wrong title, the made-up title, not the actual title. And that's still on their front page all this time for like a week.
So that's not the title?
No, the book is not called Jost the Facts. It's called A Very Punchable Face.
Okay.
And so I thought that was really hilarious. And I'm looking at the thing, go, Jost the Facts, who are that's not the title I have. How many books has he written?
Yeah, exactly. They screwed you up just because of their mistake. You're thinking you have to order more books.
And then I or how many times has he mentioned Buffett in his books? The chapter was so good from this one version that he repurposed it in the second version of the book. But anyway, I went to the source and saw. I went to the article source and saw that they messed up the title. But it's funny that they've never changed it. They haven't figured out their own mistake. But anyway, I did finish the whole book, and I really enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected. It's really funny. There's some really funny stuff in it, and he writes very humorously, which is tough. It's tough to get. It's tough to make you laugh while you're just reading something to yourself. But he did. I laughed several times.
Yeah, and a lot of it is like the way he delivers the news thing on Saturday Night Live.
But he's been writing there a long time. He wasn't on camera for a long time, and he was and stuff. And that was a great story. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a fun story. Buffett carries a knife when he goes surfing, but now you know why, because of those tethers.
The craziest thing of the story is how much Joe apparently likes the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes. More than he knew the music or anything.
Yeah. Now, look, I love going to Margaritaville restaurants and all that stuff, but it's not something good food or anything, really good. But I mean, I did like the Key West. I don't know the way he described the menu. Then he said he's not even looking it up.
Yeah, I didn't write this from. I didn't have the menu with me. I wrote this from memory.
Yeah.
But he really pushes that, and I want to send that. I'm going to send that article to Paul Chiarelli, who still bitches that we went there in New Orleans with all the restaurants there. We went to Margaritaville Cafe, but we didn't eat there. I think we ordered some snacks or something.
Yeah, we just had like appetizers.
Yeah, and drinks, and just say we visited there. And he still bitches.
And another thing. Back when we were talking about the Tonight Show, back when I was talking about the Tonight Show, even though I don't know if that's going to be part of this video chat, is that Buffett was on the Fallon Show last night.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I saw the ad for it, but then I forgot all about it, didn't record it, and didn't see it. So
I recorded it, but I forgot to. I didn't watch it last night because I went to bed too early because I was so sleepy. And I forgot to watch it all day today.
We're so lame.
So, and I kept telling myself, you have to watch the interview before we record. You have to watch the interview.
You want to hear something lamer? I knew he was on it, and it never even occurred to me to record it. I mean, because I know that I'll be able to get it now. I don't even think, I got to record this so that I can watch it. No, I know I'm going to watch it if and I'll just tell Kate, hey, Buffett was on and she'll show me.
Yeah.
Later this week.
We used to go to great lengths to get a videotape,
I know.
put the videotape in, program it all up so that we get the right day.
Not even on screen.
Tell your parents, don't change the channel.
Yeah, don't change the channel. Just leave it on. We jumped through hoops to record these damn things before. Now it's like, I'll watch it on YouTube.
And then I saw a bunch of parrot heads complaining that he was supposed to be on CBS Sunday morning or something because he said on Facebook, I'm filming something for CBS, but they didn't say it was going to be on that day. It was, it's going to be on in the future. Yeah.
So I feel bad about. Yeah, I know he actually wasn't on set, so it was just another video chat that he's done many times before, and I know he performed a song but now I can't even remember what song it was.
This is the worst Buffett podcast
So
ever.
no, I'm
You
just
get no
figuring
information.
we got something to talk about next
We,
time.
we
We
know
can-
2 titles for Colin Joseph's book, but we don't know.
Yeah, the real one and the made up one.
But
So by
we
all
know-
means, talk about the made up one.
But
you know,
but the folks listeners tune in to hear stuff about Buffett. And well, we didn't watch it. I forgot about it. Joe never thought about recording it.
I
I
did.
didn't even. That's what I mean. I just realized that
If you guys want me, will let me pause for like 8 minutes. I can go up and watch it and then come back down and describe it to you.
Save it for next.
It's too bad if we could figure out we could all watch it for the first time together and like live commentary on it. Well, it's going, but we can't.
I don't see why.
There's got to be a way to do that.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do a live commentary of an interview?
Oh, that's true. I'm thinking of the song.
But we could like watch it at the same time.
Yeah. Make little tiny comments here and there.
I deliberately did not look for it on YouTube. I'm sure it's there, but I wanted to watch my recording of it on my big TV and just never got around to it. Oh gosh. We actually touched on all the stories that I wanted to talk about.
Cool. That's
Except we really didn't talk up the upcoming online concert that everybody's been clamoring for. Although Mike did mention it, but we talked about it obliquely. The songs you don't know by heart video that's coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's something to look forward to.
Yep. I assume that's why he asked for all those songs a long time ago, like 2 months ago. And I'm really curious, how much directing did Delaney Buffett really do if he's just going to be sitting in front of a window with his guitar?
She put the ad together, so she did that.
Yeah.
So
Don't
I don't
start
want
ripping on her.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything nasty about her as yet, but really it's like when I
Wow.
saw that directed by credit, it's like, wait a second.
Well,
Did she really are they really going to cut to a second camera, or is it just going to be him sitting in his chair playing songs?
let's see.
Is she the director or the IT person? Is my question.
She's the cameraman,
Mick's got a demanding.
camera woman. Yeah, boy.
She's the one that put the directed by on there.
He mentioned it.
So I want to make sure. Is she really directing?
He mentioned on that Radio Guys podcast, right? And then he mentioned that she was falling around with the camera and stuff like that. Did he mention this?
I don't remember.
I think he just referred to it. I don't think he mentioned it explicitly because the guy wouldn't let him talk.
Oh, it's that one. That
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. Because they kept having clips of the new album, nothing else, while in the background while he spoke.
Yeah, there probably is. There's probably B-roll and stuff.
You gotta
I would assume so.
you gotta watch. You gotta listen to those podcasts.
I will. I'll check them out.
And then watch Hamilton and Greyhound.
Well, Greyhound, yes. Hamilton, nah.
It's Greyhound. You were talking about this when I was.
The Tom Hanks movie.
Oh,
It just came out. Anyway.
yeah, Mike.
Do-do-do-do.
All right. Well, I did tell Hud and Patty, and then Hud's. It sounds like he's gonna be out. He's out and about. I don't know. What is it? Isn't there COVID all over the?
There's no COVID down there, apparently.
Not in Florida, no.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Nope.
And Patty said she wasn't home yet,
Really? Ooh.
but she acted like she was coming home. So there's no. In fact, let's see if she texted me. There's no.
Oh, she won't know how to work the computer. Jeez.
no, she probably
This will be a half an
hasn't got
hour.
out of the box yet. It's too. She probably gets the sweats thinking, "Oh, I can't Zoom. I don't know how to do it."
Ugh.
All right.
Schmoe's in darkness.
I know.
know
What the hell?
Now
I
that
keep thinking it's getting the sun's going down. I can turn the light on.
he's Mr. X.
Wait, Amazon, Alexa, turn the house lights on. There we go. That's a little better.
Alexa, turn the house lights off.
God damn it, Mickey!
That's awesome.
I know.
That's hilarious.
I knew that would work. It works when I watch Schitt's Creek, for crying out
That's hilarious.
loud. Mick is so happy.
Alexa, close the garage door.
Yeah, she didn't recognize Mike at all.
Drop something on Schmoe's head.
Yeah, I'm looking to say. So as soon as Mick said it, her little blue light was going. Her little blue light's going around. I was like, it's gonna work.
That's why
Lights all over my house are going on and off. Little like downstairs, everything. Patron, tequila lights, everything.
That's why you need a headset. This wouldn't have happened with a headset.
I do have a headset.
There you go.
I'll have
That's
to wear it
awesome.
next time. that was
Nick has the power.
He was so excited. I said, "Oh shit, he's gonna turn him
He
off."
knew it could do it.
He was. Mickey got already real close. Alexa, turn the house lights off.
Yeah, like being closer to the camera is going to make a difference.
Watching Schitt's Creek all the time, and it's Alexis. But my echoes are all like, "I don't understand what you want me to do." They're always talking because it's some nonsensical thing that they hear.
That's hilarious.
Well, that was our joke for the day.
In the meantime, Joe's sitting there in darkness now because Mick turned out his
I
lights.
know. Alexa, turn the house lights on and keep them on.
Ignore the other guy's voice. I'm not going to do it again. I got my enjoyment.
When did it work? Alexa, turn the house lights on.
They'll get brighter.
Mick screwed
90%.
everything up.
Yeah,
They're all out of sync now.
What light's not working?
Did Mick say forever? Turn the house lights off forever.
I couldn't say anything fast enough. Mick got it out before I could.
Belay that order. Belay that phaser order. Armed photon torpedoes.
That was
Name the
good.
movie.
That was good.
I'll do it. Star Trek: The Motion Picture. No, belay that phaser order. When they're in the wormhole. I know you've seen it.
A long time ago. First time I saw that first Star Trek
Armed
movie
photon torpedo.
was at your house, Mike. Okay, well, all right, I gotta go. I'm gonna let the dog out.
You got in trouble for messing with
Yep.
Alexa.
Yep.
Tell your
He
friends they have to
mess
go
with the
home.
lights.
She's working actually. Yeah, I know.
Joe, it's time for bed now. You're getting too crazy.
That's right.
They're messing with the lights. It's time for bed now.
Time for quiet time before bed.
It's getting out of hand. You and your friends.
All right, I'll see you guys.
All right. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Everybody poke at their
This is always everybody gets serious. Leave meeting.
leave. Oh, there it is.